Hey, okay, this is part two of installing a dishwasher, not having to pay a plumber. I don't have to pay a plumber because basically everything's in place from the last dishwasher. I think I'm a little thirsty now. So there's your copper, their old school copper. So that's the water feed. Your electric, actually that's to my compactor. The electric, we'll show you that next. But if you can look up here, you can see I already fed the drain hose. I disconnected the old one and put the new drain hose in there. I'm really hoping and hoping that it's going to be long enough. This is the old one. Look how long that sucker is. But the first thing I did, as I noticed that, well, he was fed from this side, so for the right side installation. So I disconnected this easy enough with the screwdriver, and I flipped the hose around this way. And I'm really hoping it's going to be enough for me. Now I have to go through this cabinet area here over into the destination, okay? You know, I forgot that I had installed also this guy. I didn't do a video on that. This is our very first touchless system. And I can't show you that area or my wife will kill me. Everything's a mess in our construction. So I installed that. Listen, if I can do it, you can do it. That's the way I see that. All right, so now what I noticed is there are things that are already done for me, which is pretty cool, and that is this. This was already installed, and so I didn't have to buy one. You know, when you read the directions and when you read what options there can or cannot be, or could not be, you just don't know until you get into it. Another interesting thing I found, here's your electric, is that you have to take this screw out. I can't figure out what kind of unit that is. I really don't have to take that apart to get my wiring situated. It's already strung through here like this. Once I have it all set, let's see what we can see under here. I'll just pull it up through and it'll be fine. So that's pretty cool. Now here's my wire. I'm going to go ahead and connect that in there. And the ground is it's grounded here against the chassis. Green wire ground there. At any rate, so I think I read that there was a ground inside there as well, but we'll figure that out. But I'm a one-man show, just like in Nessie Cousin Designs with the woodworking. I can only do so much on my own. So I try to get as much done. You're going to want your tape for electric tape. And once you feed your wires in, you're going to want to wrap this tape on the exterior of the nut. And that's just a little bit extra from all the movement that can happen once I start pushing this unit back in there. All right, so we're going to go to the next level where we're going to hopefully be able to connect the drain right up to my trash compactor and incinerator. And I'm just crossing my fingers on that one. As much as crossing your fingers can help, I'd rather pray. But the math is the math. Again, we put that guy in there. And I thought, well, it's a good time now to go ahead and replace the batteries because the red light came on for the battery pack 4 AA's. And what happens is, so I don't get chewed out. This light here, you can see that it was red. You literally have 3 inches. But it's barely even blinking red now. At any rate. There we go. So we'll connect the electric. We will stand it up. Oh, yes, I have to stand it up and push it into the cavity here and connect my water feed, the copper, which is going to connect right here. All right. So that's that. Very inconvenient, I would say, the copper, because, geez, you know, I feel so nervous. Like I'm gonna, if I don't do it right, I could bend or crack, whatever, the copper. So I just have to be careful while I'm hooking all that up. All right. So this is part 2. Part 3 will be, the guy's gonna be in, you know, set in there. For all I know, I'll be running it. We'll see what happens. These are, you know, I like to do the videos in real time. So you can, what are we going to come across? What are the gotchas? All right. So the panel, the front panel, has just 2 screws here that connects it. And then there's an order to the way this came off. I think this guy goes on first, and then you can raise and lower him to cover the gap between the ground, and then this guy goes over top of that. I believe that's how that goes. All right. What do I got here? You got six minutes of your life that I've taken. Hopefully it's worthwhile. So, all right. I'm going to stop this video, connect it as part 2. We'll see how we go.